Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So my name is Sam and today we're going to talk about how do you get a dessert table for very, very little money. So to give you guys an idea, my venue was charging about $13 per person to have a dessert table, which I thought was completely absurd. Now, I know some venues are charging less, some charge more. However, I personally did not really want to spend money on a cookie table or a dessert table or any type of dessert in general. Personally, I'm not a very big sweet person, so the thought of dessert, I was like, oh, we could cut that cost. However, I do know people like dessert. I do know that it adds something special to the day. I do know that, people just enjoy it. Now, even though the party is about myself and my fiance, it's really about my guests. I want my guests to have a good time. I want them to really enjoy the experience and remember the experience. So I sat down and I said, okay, I don't want to spend the money, but I want this. So how can I get this? Now, I started looking things up, maybe outside caterers, and again, they were just more expensive than what I wanted to spend. So I ended up scratching that idea too. So then after that, I found this thing called the Italian Pittsburgh cookie table. Now, I personally, I'm Italian, so that kind of, stood out to me. However, I'm not from Pittsburgh, and that's fine, and I'm still using this tradition, but I'm trying to kind of implement different things and kind of change it around a little. So I ended up implementing this tradition. Now, simply, what is this tradition? Now, the tradition is that all of the women closest to you, so all of your bridesmaids, grandmothers, mother-in-laws, or essentially just aunts, anyone that's close to you that you want to ask, you'll ask them to provide a cookie to bring to your wedding. Now, I'm augmenting it a little bit. I'm not just doing cookies. I'm also implementing other desserts as well. So I just asked all my family and friends that were very close to me, not all the women invited, but just the women that were close to me to bring a dessert. Now, even though this might sound weird and it might sound more of like a potluck style, which I thought so, at the beginning as well, but it really makes this homemade touch and something that makes it so special just to your wedding. Because keep in mind, so many other people have been to that maybe wedding venue before. So many other people have had chicken franchise before or whatever you put on your menu. But this is something that literally no other venue or no other place can produce. You bringing in your own dessert table, which in a way that's something special and something amazing that your guests can remember. So I decided to go ahead and do that. Now, what I did is I just went to the Dollar Tree, just went to the dollar store, and I picked up a whole bunch of these trays. Now, they're just like plastic trays, and I picked up about 30 of them. Now, that's the amount of cookies and the amount of desserts that, I thought would work for my amount of people that I'm having. But if you need more or you need less, then you could definitely do that. Now, in addition to that, if you don't want to spend any money on this cookie table or this dessert table, you don't even need to buy those. I just thought it would be helpful so I could hand them out to the women that are closest to me and say, hey, please fill this tray. So it gives them a little bit more guidance of how many cookies or how many desserts that they should be making. And then it also helps because they have something to transport the cookies. You don't want them to have to worry about what tray to put it on, or if they put it on a tray that they want back at the end of the night, then that's going to be super, super complicated. So just giving them a tray off the bat. Now, when you get to your venue might have nicer dishes that they could put it on, and maybe they could set it up for you, but that is obviously going to be a per venue basis. So now with that, I did a lot of research, and about 3 to 4 desserts is the typical amount of dessert that you should have for a wedding. Now, when I say 3 to 4, it's 3 to 4 mini like portion sizes. So if you have the big cupcakes, then scratch the 3 to 4. But if you have mini cupcakes, little cookies, any of that type of style, you want about 3 to 4. Now, if you know that your crowd is a very sweet crowd and they want a lot of desserts, then obviously you could change that a little bit and make it more or less. But I do suggest about 3 to 4 per person. Here is the extra tip for free favors at the end. So the extra tip for free favors is put out a box, and it could just be like little takeout boxes. Put it at the beginning of the cookie table, or again, the dessert table, whatever you decide to do. And tell your guests, thank you for coming, and feel free to take some cookies on the go, or again, desserts on the go. And now what they could do is they could fill up that cookie box and now take a favor home. Now notice that all of your friends or family participated in giving you those cookies, so you don't have to spend any money on that. Maybe you had to pay money for the trays or also the boxes, but I'm sure that you could get those pretty cheap. I haven't looked into them just yet, but if I find one, I'll definitely link that as well. But it makes it really cheap for favors, and it's again that personal favor. So I'll let you guys know how it happens at my wedding and how people enjoy it. However, my mother-in-law actually did this for my to-be brother-in-law's communion, and it was a huge hit. Everyone was like, oh my God, did you see those favors? That's amazing. And it made more people go up and try and, get cookies and get desserts. So even though it wasn't a wedding, she still used this like Italian cookie wedding table for the event. So again, even if you're not from Pittsburgh, even if you're not Italian, you could still use this tradition. If you are, that's a bonus. But if not, you could still definitely use this tradition. So with that being said, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully this gave you a little bit of insight of how you guys could save costs on your dessert table. Also save cost on favors too. Now, if you guys have any other kind of tips or tricks to let me know. I would love to hear about what you guys are doing for favors, what you guys are doing for your dessert tables, as well as any different ways that you use to save costs on your wedding. I could implement it to mine, and I know other brides will love to implement it for their weddings as well. So comment down below, let me know of that. I'd love to hear more about what you guys are doing. Also, feel free to like this as well as subscribe, as it helps a lot with my channel. It'll allow me to make more videos for you guys, more videos on this content. I again plan on making more videos of like the do's and don'ts of your guest list. I plan on doing other ways to cut costs for your centerpieces, things of that nature. So definitely subscribe. Let me know that you enjoy this content and you want more of it. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.